Hi, y'all. I'm Allison. After months of planning and designing and waiting, it's finally ready. I have created a new TBR game, and I'm probably once again biting off way more than I can chew because it's not as straightforward as just a monthly TBR game. No, 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 my friends. I am going to challenge myself once again and probably make my life as difficult as I possibly can. But, that's what we thrive on over here, right? So I got inspiration from Completely Melanie with her spring bingo board from the Seasonathon and Stephanie at Stephanie's Bookverse. That's right. I'm going to do a mini readathon. I love Stephanie's mini TBR Star Hop. I was like, that looks so fun. If that should be something I should do. Probably not a good idea, but I am here for it. I'm so excited. My TBR is huge this month. So there's two ways this can play out. This will either help me tackle that list and get a good dent in it, or it's just going to add a whole bunch of new books onto my TBR. But we're going to find out. So this is kind of like bingo, but not really. I am trying to get 5 in a row. And it's set up in like a bingo grid. So there's the bingo connection. And then it really deviates because I had to amp it all up and make it complicated. Instead of using bingo numbers, where you hope your number is going to be called, every number will be called. I'm using my wheel instead of a bingo cage. And the numbers are randomly on here. This is all set up randomly. Now you'll notice there's an arrow on the free spot. Underneath each of these colored balls is an arrow, and it will point in a different direction. I don't know what's under. I wasn't looking, so there might, it could point who knows where. But basically, whenever a number is repeated, the prompt's no longer going to be there. So you follow the arrow to the next unused prompt. Oh, the star. I forgot. When the star, on here it's 1 and a star. So when that comes up, there is no prompt for the star. That's my free space. So I would find number 1, do this prompt, and then we've got the arrow. Now, if it comes up again, then I will have an option to rotate this star. I could change the direction of the arrow, or I could just follow the arrow of the 1. I think that's what I'm going to do when the star comes into play. This is kind of developing it as we go. This is my experimental round. We'll see what happens. My prompts are very broad and open. So it's like page count, genre, different spinner wheels, randomizers, that kind of things. There might be some prompts that I don't have a book on my TBR already where it'll fit in. And then I'm going to have to branch out and find something extra to add on. And I'm going to have 72 hours to get a bingo. 5 in a row, any direction. If I manage to win, there's like a reward jar that I can pull from that will add like different aspects to my normal TBR games. If I lose, there's no penalty. It's just like, can I do this or not? All right, enough gabbing. I'm excited to see what my first spin is. What I'm going to do, I'm going to spin, find out what my prompt is, and grab my book. And then I'm going to take a little break, go pick up a pizza, and I'll come back when the clock officially starts. I didn't want to, this is, the setup time. This is pre-game time, and I don't think it should count within my 72-hour block. Okay, I'm stalling because I'm a little nervous, but super excited, and I don't know what I'm about to get myself into, but I'm hoping it'll be fun for all of us. Okay, shall we go? Okay, I'm going to spin. Okay, number 17. By the way, it was really weird spinning it from this angle. We'll see. So, first we got to find 17. Here it is, this orange one. I don't want it to fall on the floor. There we go. Okay, so this arrow is a little askew, and it's obviously supposed to be pointing that way. So now if 17 comes up again, then I would actually be able to pull this prompt. Hopefully you see how that works. Let's find out what my prompt is. I'm so excited. I love the colors. It makes me happy. Random number shelf. So there's 6 shelves on each bookcase. These little mini ones will be shelf 7. And 8 will be my TBR card. Hoping for a 3 or a 4 because that's where my June TBR books are waiting for me. You want to see them? This stack and that entire shelf. That's everything I'm supposed to read this month. So cross your fingers for a 3 or a 4. Ready? Yes, I got a 3. Okay, so I get to pick one of my books from my extras catch-up, the one of 3. All right, perfect way to start. Once Upon a Dream or The Other Mr. Darcy. This one's so floppy, it just makes me happy. This is a reread. This will go quicker. It's a rainy day. And this is Decisions. I'm going to go pick up food and then decide. After some agonizing and hemming and hawing, I finally decided there is no better way for me to end a reading slump than to rejoin the Darcys. So I am going to read this Pride and Prejudice continuation about Mr. Darcy's cousin from America. It's him and Caroline Bingley, and it's a courtship book. So I am excited, and hopefully I won't need it, but I'm going to use my new bookmark that my daughter made me for Mother's Day. Isn't that cool? It's a plant. And down here are the little roots. I'm just so impressed by her. Anyway, I love this. So, I am going to go start reading. And whatever time I finish this book, I will be back. And we will spin and find out what my next prompt will be. Oh, and we need to officially start the clock. So let me see what time it is. Okay, it is 7:25 p.m. on Tuesday, June the 6th. So as of 7:30, this readathon officially begins, and I will have 72 hours to hopefully get a bingo on the board. I have until 7:30 Friday night. Okay, I'm going to go ride out the next 5 minutes by doing a little quick cleanup in the kitchen and then start reading. I will be back when I am done. I'm so excited. I would love to tell y'all it's like 9 o'clock in the morning and I'm ready to go and knock out a whole bunch of books, but I'd be lying. It's like 2 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon and I haven't done my next spin yet, but I did it. I finished a book. I finished this one at 2 a.m. last night. So, reading slump officially over, and I'm so hyped to get to my next book. I gave this one 4 stars. Still enjoyed it on my rereading. Jane was really meek, and I knocked it for that. Oh, wait. Look, this is a big moment. We get to see that big empty spot right here? That's where the red books go. Yay! All the ones. This stack and this stack. Those and those 2. Those all need to be read before the end of the month. And we got 1 in our completed pile. I finished that book, by the way, at 2 a.m. and my wheel is quite loud, so I didn't want to wake up my entire household. So I didn't spin. And this morning I did errands, I ate lunch, took my shower late, stared at a wall for like the first 2 hours that I woke up because the cat woke me up earlier than I wanted. So the morning was kind of washed, but I did get a whole bunch done. So the rest of my day will be guilt-free and it's all going to be spent with my nose in a book. So let's find out what I get to read next. I'm so excited to flip the next little colored ball. Okay, first we got to spin. And for once, I actually want doubles. That was really weak, but number 16. If my board was in numerical order, this would be awesome, but it's not. So let's see. Actually, look, y'all. Tilt it so it doesn't fall. Our arrow, it looks like it's supposed to be going this way, so we'll straighten that out. There's how that is. Okay, there. Now you can see it. And, yes, less than 299 pages, less than 300 pages. A short book. Lily wants in while I pick one out. Okay, so I knew I would be playing this game this month, or at least I was hoping I would be. So I did strategically put as many short books on my list as I could. But the downside is, once I use this prompt, it goes away for the entire course of this game. So I have to strategically pick one, hoping that my other short books will fall in within other prompts. So let me see what some contenders are. Logan Foster is too long. Okay, I could go with 39 Clues, One False Note. I'm dying to read this. I could do my high school favorite, which is Cassie and Chris, which is you flip it and you get the story, the opposite point of view. Or I could do A City of Hooks and Scars, a Disney retelling. Okay, since I just did a historical romance, I'm going to put this one back and hold on to it for another. Although that probably would have been a really good pick. That's only like 160 pages. So out of these two, this is a reread. And this is new. Disney, 39 Clues. Okay, I think I'm going with City of Hooks and Scars. Because I just love Regency England, where everything's just, you know, rainbows and butterflies and rose-colored glasses. It's in the nitty-gritty world of a Disney retelling. It's a city of villains. And I loved the first book. So this puppy comes in at 226 pages. So I am going to go find out the origin story for Captain Hook. And I will be back. Knocked another one off. This was so good, y'all. I actually liked it more than the first one, and I can't wait for part 3 to come out. But it hasn't been released yet, so hopefully it'll hit the shelves later in the year. But check out this series, especially if you love Disney retellings, and it's got everybody all together. I just love it. Even better than that, I get to spin for another one. So we've got a new location, because spinning where I was before was really awkward. Let's look at the board. If we get 16 or 17, then we get to play with the arrows and go that way. I hope they start hitting my doubles. Okay, let's see what we get. Okay, that's on 23. And let me see where that is. Can y'all see this? Searching. Oh, right here. There's another one in that row. And it is definitely pointing that way. Everything's pointing in the same direction, it seems. We're adding a new book. I don't think I have. It's Owl Crate Junior Wheel. I made a spinner wheel with all of the Owl Crate Junior books that I haven't read yet. And I am 95% sure Owl Crate didn't make any of my TBR lists this month. So it looks like I'm adding a new book. Hopefully it'll be a short one. At least it's junior and it's a middle grade. So let's see. There are some I am definitely way more excited for than others. There's some I'm just really dreading. To the computer. Okay, let's go ahead and spin the wheel. I am so nervous. I really hope it's something good. The Marvelers. I think this is like a superhero one. Let me find it. Got a little bit of length to it, but not too bad, I suppose. 401 pages. Yay. But it is middle grade. And I have been wanting to read my Owl Crate ones. So here is this cover. I don't know if it's exclusive or not. And there's nothing fancy. So we have a magical boarding school. The Arcanium and Training Institute. It's a magic school in the clouds. Oh, we even have a picture of it. Here it is. This is the school. So that's pretty. This could be really good. I'm excited for this. Oh, it looks like it's like multimedia. Looks like we've got some letters and things in here. That's cool because sometimes that'll actually shortens the page account. Yeah, so we've got some articles and things. I'm excited for this. All right. Let's see what time it is. Okay, y'all, it's already 8:30 at night. I am on Wednesday, so my first 24 hours are gone. I've got 48 left. I've only read 2 books. I didn't start this afternoon till like 2:30. I finished City of Hooks and Scars in Scar at 6:30, and then I took a break for dinner, and I've been kind of, taking care of household things. So I haven't had the marathon reading day that I expected, but I still have all of tomorrow and most of Friday. So let's see. Maybe I can knock out 2 tonight. Let's see how it goes. All right. I'm going to go find a spot to read and dive into this book. I'll let y'all know how it goes in a while. All right. I was so mentally exhausted yesterday. I put my book down at midnight and went to bed. I think I got like 200 pages in or so, but I just didn't have it in me to keep going. And the book was so good that I didn't want to waste it by reading when I was exhausted. So I got a good night's sleep, got up this morning and finished it. The Marvelers is marvelous, y'all. I loved it. In fact, I think I might place it above Mari and the Night Brothers. So glad the Wheel gave this one to me. It was incredible. But we need to find out what's next. I think it's going on like 12:30 in the afternoon. It's like noon. So I've got the day ahead of me and I feel better rested and ready to go. So I'm hoping to knock out a ton of books today. So let's hope for something short or at least from my TBR, because The Marvelers was like a wild card out in left field that wasn't on my list for the month. But I'm okay with it because it was so good. The most we have any direction is 2. So that means I need 3 more in a row before tomorrow night. I don't know. It's not looking too good. Okay. Are we ready? $14. We're definitely sticking with numbers, but they are not up here numerically. So, 14, where are you hiding? Oh, that's the 3rd one in that row. This is good. Now, let's see. Oops. And our arrow turns. So if we get 23, 17, or 14, it'll all send us down to 12. So see how that works? Okay. I'm excited that's 3 in a row. But I have to face the prompt. We get color wheel. Okay. This could, and actually it's not a wheel. It's just a random color generator. Considering how many books I have on my TBR, this is actually a really good one. Because, every color that comes up, I'm sure is going to be in there. Now that I've said it. Okay. Let's go to the generator and find out. All set. Let's generate and see what we get. Signal blue. Honestly, that looks navy to me. I'm sure that's in there somewhere. And hopefully it'll be on one of the shorter books. Let me go digging. I've got it narrowed down to One False Note, which is 39 clues. This... it looks like it's that shade of blue, from what I can tell. I have two monitors and the blue appears different on each monitor. But I think it's this blue. I also thought, this blue in the background. But now that I've stepped back and looked at it, I think this is too light. So I'm going to go with 39 clues, 1 false note. Short, middle grade, reread, and I've really been wanting to get back into this one. So this is it. I will read this and hopefully be back very, very soon to see if we can get another one on that row. I'm so excited. Okay, see y'all on the flip side. I was doing so good on time, and then I had to go visit my daughter up at work. She forgot to take her meds. So, yeah, I had to play delivery girl and get that to her. Put me a little bit behind schedule, but not too bad. It's like 4 o'clock, and I finished 1 false note. It was just as good as I remember. Such a fun little time. So, I get to set this one aside and move on. See if we can maybe get closer to connecting 5 of these. That reminds me, I need y'all's help. I have no clue what to call this game. If you have any ideas, help me out and drop them down in the comments. That would be incredible. Okay, let's spin our wheel and see if we can get 1 step closer. 11 or 15 would be great. Which that is not. Number 6. So where is 6? Here. Doesn't help us strategically. Okay, that arrow is going, looks more that way. Darn it. Although that does give us 3 in this row. Okay, so that's good. And our prompt. Random bookcase. I definitely want bookcase number 1 because that's where my current TBR is. So I've got 8 bookcases in here, and we're going to throw number 9 would be my TBR card. I'm not going to count the other one that's in the other room. Oh, okay. I got 5, which would be this one in the corner, which means I'm adding yet another book to my TBR. This is not what I wanted. Okay, let me find some contenders. I have this little interactive one about the Titanic interactive history adventure, 3 story paths, 35 choices, and 15 endings. So I could fly through this thing really quick. Or that's where my 39 clues is. I could continue and read book 3. Considering I just finished book 2, I think I'm going to go with The Sword Thief. This is only like 155 pages. So it shouldn't take me too long, and it will make some progress in my series, and I can save this for later. Okay, so it's roughly like 4:15. I'm going to start this puppy and see how quickly I can knock it out. This is a reread, which is awesome. And then maybe we can make some more progress on our little bingo or connecting 5 or whatever it is I've gotten myself into. All right, time for me to fade out one more time. Took me about an hour and a half, but I knocked out another one. Yay. Still loving the series. I've read the first few quite a few times, but I don't think I've ever gotten to the end of it. So this was once again another reread. And I have to say, every time the Holts appear, they steal any scene they're in. I'm easily amused by them. So let me, you know what? I'm going to see if I can transfer my little stuff over here. It is quite portable. And see if we can spin from here. Change things up a little bit. I love how my board keeps fitting on my shelves. That's just, I got lucky. Okay, so far I've managed to read 5 books. 2 of them were not on my TBR. So, while I'm definitely getting my reading in, it's not necessarily making a big difference in my stack for the month. But that's okay. Let's take a look at this. Okay, it's like 6 o'clock, 6:15. And here's where the board stands. We have a couple of options that have gone 3-way. These, this one. Yeah, those two. So let's see what we get. Ready? $15. Have we gotten that one already? No, but it's on the row we need. Here's our board. We just need this one yellow spot. Number 11. This might be doable because I have almost full 24 hours left. But you know what? I'm going to knock on wood because I probably just hosed myself. I haven't looked at my prompt yet, and I'm already getting a little too ahead of myself. Owl crate wheel. These are running in pairs. Have y'all noticed that? I got the 2 randomizers for the bookcases and the shelves, and now I've got both of them for Owl Crate and Owl Crate Junior. Okay, I've got another wheel. Surprise, surprise. Let me go set it all up, and we'll give that puppy a spin. I don't think I have any books on here that are from an Owl Crate box. So this is going to be adding probably another book that is not on my list. But maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I really hope I get something good. Or short. Or both. I have no idea what book this is. No clue. Only a monster. Now I gotta find it. Oh, I remember this. I think this has been on my list before. It's got black edges and the dust jacket. It's kind of pretty. And now we've got some. There we go. So this one is a monster and a monster hunter, but the girl is actually the monster. That much I remember. All right. We're going to be in London. This sucks that it's not on my list. Okay. Let me see how many pages this puppy has. 403. Not going to lie, not too excited about this. But hopefully it'll be really good. And we'll see and find out. I've got a lot of reading to do. This one's going to take me a while. Good thing is, potentially only need one more number to get a bingo. I don't know. We will see. Good morning. I haven't gotten ready for the day yet, but that's okay. Lily says hi. So I finished Only a Monster. Got most of it done last night, but around 1 o'clock I decided to call it, and I left the epilogue for today. And that was simply because I don't know why. I stopped it for so close to the end. I think I was just like, I need to hurry up and get to bed. That's what it was, before I lost that tired feeling, because I didn't want to be up all night and then have the cats wake me up at 7:30 saying feed me, because I don't have the option to sleep in anymore. So this was really good. Not at all what I was expecting, and I'm really glad the wheel brought it up. I would highly recommend this. There's a whole aspect to the plot of this book that I did not expect, and I loved it. So unique. Didn't see any of the twists and turns coming, and highly recommend. Can't wait for part 2, which won't come out till August. Anyway, I am yakking too much. Sadly, it's already going on 11 o'clock. This ends tonight at 7. I had to take a little break from it to put up today's video, which is part 2 in the Aurelium experiment. Okay, let's go to my board. I find out what my next prompt is, so I can find out what I'm hopefully going to knock out this afternoon. Okay, we're back over here. And yes, I'm still in my pajamas. I will make myself more presentable in a bit. Okay, where's the board? Yes, all we need is this one spot. Okay, Let me put this down and give it a spin. That is in the middle. Since these prompts are ones that I cannot combine, I get my option. So we have number 6. This board is upside down. We have number 6, which I know I just saw. Oh, that was 9. Okay. So we can play with the arrows, which is going to lead to number 7. What is... That was kind of meant to be. The 6 would lead us to 7. So let's pretend that that wasn't a... We're going to... Okay, the arrow tells us to go to 7. I really wanted to play with all the arrows today. I'm kind of disappointed that it hasn't worked out. Okay, so next time it'll lead us down here. And we didn't get what we needed. But we got a good prompt. 5-star prediction. I can easily find one on my TBR shelf for the month. And this was one of the prompts for Season-a-thon. So, yes, I will be able to knock off one of those books. Okay, let me go look and see what my options are and how strategic I can be. I've got 8 hours left. Do rereads count? Granted, I haven't read this since I was in my teens, so it's been 40 years. I also have Logan Foster, Shadow of Doubt, as an option. And my official one for Season-a-thon, Cabin Bailey, my 5-star prediction was The Drift. It is a thriller, so thrillers are usually a quick read because the pace is just going. It's 340 pages. Logan Foster is a middle grade, 354 pages. And then, of course, we've got Nancy Drew. I don't have my reading glasses. I don't know if that says 180 or 280. I don't know. I feel like this is taking the easy cop-out road. But I do want to get more spins in. And I'm running out of time. And I sacrificed a lot of time this morning to finish that video. If it was later in the day, I would take The Drift, no problem. But I have the potential to possibly knock out 3 books today if I go with this one. I'm going to take the Wimpy Way out. And I'm going with The Secret of the Old Clock, Carol King. This is a reread. This one was on my Sims TBR for a childhood favorite. So that's what I'm going to do, which means I will probably be back with y'all very soon. Okay. Strategic, right? And I'll clean myself up. I will see y'all in a little while, crocodile. Okay, I'm a little bit more presentable, ready for the day, and I finished it. It was just as great as I remembered. When I got this one, I was concerned that it had been modernized, and it hasn't. This is the one from 87. Loved it. Let's give it another spin and see if I can manage to get a bingo. My challenge is quickly running to an end. Okay, let's spin it and see if I can maybe get that bingo. Number 14. Did we get that one before? We did. So we get to use an arrow. 14, and we have to go down to number 12. Doesn't get our bingo, though. And that arrow is going to lead us back to 3. A current series. Awesome. Let me look. And, this is my chance. Perfect. I can do the Demigod Files. Little bitty. And maybe it'll give me time to do another spin today. So this is just like an extra that's added to Percy Jackson. All right. I will be back with y'all after I read this puppy. This was quite the delightful little snack. It's actually 3 short stories and some interviews, which I really enjoyed it. You get a little bit more insight into the dynamics of Percy's relationships with his friends while they're doing some additional quests. Okay, so I knocked out another one, and I still have 3 or 4 hours somewhere in there. I don't know what time it is right now. So maybe, just maybe, we have a shot at getting our bingo, our 5 in a row. So let's give it a spin and see what happens. Number 8. That does not help us. Darn it. And that one is going to, it's actually pointing that way. But, I don't know how that would work, because if it went off the board, it's just down here at the corner. So for this one, I'm just going to turn it this way, or it might have been closer to that. We'll do that. We'll go down that way with it. I don't know. Close on so many. Which, I definitely want to do this again. I'm hoping y'all would like to see it again. If I do I reset the board and try again all over? Or do we just pick up where we left off? Let me know how you think I should handle it, because I have no clue. Haven't quite decided yet. Okay, ebook. It's ironic because I thought with the last one, which was current series, I almost picked Heart 8 by Stephanie Plum, which is on my Nook, which is an ebook. And then if I had done that, and for this one, I could have done the novella because I have a novella. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I didn't know. If I had, I probably wouldn't have pulled this one. So, Heart 8 by Janet Ivanovich, and this is Stephanie Plum. There's a chance I will get through this before my time is up, and we might have time for another spin. So, all right, I've got to go read. Bye. I've run out of time. So close to finishing Heart 8. I think I got to like 83%, so almost made it, but officially hit my 72-hour mark. This was fun, but I didn't get a bingo. I don't have a punishment, so that wasn't part of this because, let's face it, my TBR for the month is huge. So here is everything I managed to read. This top one is just kind of a placeholder for Heart 8, Stephanie Plum, because that was on my Nook. I did look. 2,357 pages. I think that officially ends the reading slump. That would do it. So here's my board. I got so close. I only needed one more. 2 that way would have done it. 2 this way. Yeah, so many options. Oh, 2 that way. So let me know what y'all think about this. If you like this little game. I don't know. I'm sure I'm going to do it again. So I don't know if I should reset it or go from here and see how many books it would take to actually get a bingo. Or I don't, so many variations. So be sure and let me know if you want to see this again. I had a lot of fun with it. I think I would have definitely gotten at least 1, possibly 2 more books if I hadn't been so distracted at the beginning of it. In fact, thanks to Storygraph, I can show you. Here are the pages that I read. You can definitely see where it spiked towards the end. That's where I've really gotten into the zone. I was still kind of editing a little bit and doing thumbnails and everything too. So, all right. I hope y'all enjoyed this. And if you can think of any names for this game, let me know that too. I have no idea what's coming next. So keep an eye out and I hope to see you soon. Bye now.